Hey guys, this is Lola Shae from the Lola Shae Show. Tune in every Monday at 7 o'clock right here on IAXISRADIO.com for hot topics, cool conversation, and me, your host. Gotta love it. See you there.
IAXIS Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
IAXIS Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Welcome to IAXIS Radio. We are the future of radio and podcast. Our reach is limitless. We embark on the now. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow is evermore.
Radio, the future of radio and podcasts. No limit to what we
do. Not fear. IAXIS is here to protect the sounds of our city. Let the music play.
Happy freaking New Year's. Happy New Year's to everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. For those that celebrated, for those that were boycotting, Target lost another couple $1 billion this month. So it's working, regardless of what people are telling you. The boycotts are definitely working. This new year has started off with, I'm not going to call it a bang, more like a bomb, more like definitely some sort of an large explosion, because the world has gone insane now. So, okay, so where do we start? So this hour we're going to be discussing Trump and his shenanigans. Of course, we can't get away from that because it affects everybody, whether they choose to accept it or not. We're going to be discussing Clarissa and Pap and the pattern that I'm noticing in these gentlemen clinging on to these successful ladies with the intention going in of cleaning their pockets at some point. Definitely need to go into that. We'll be discussing, I got it all written down here. I'm gonna make sure I'm kind of organized this year. All right, a little bit more than last year, hopefully. Get a little bit better every episode. I'm happy, I'm okay with that. Yeah, definitely want to talk. I'm seeing a lot of patterns this year already. The fulfillment of a bunch of other patterns, the beginning of some patterns, definitely pattern recognition going on. From Charles Taylor, Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi. Now we got Maduro being snatched out of his house and forcibly kidnapped, basically, and brought over here to America to answer. I'm not gonna say the charges are trumped up. You see how I did that? But yeah, the suggestion is that the accusation is that he is allegedly a narco terrorist, meaning that he uses narcotics as a form of terrorism against the United States, which I don't think they can prove that in a court of law. But I mean, it's all great for television. Plus, it makes a great distraction for the continuation of the Epstein file drop that's been going on. So while people are distracted looking over here, nobody's really paying attention, except for me, of course, because I'm paying attention. But most people are not paying attention to what's going on the other side. So I think that's pretty much par for the usual. But I want to go through how this is not the first time that this has happened. Pretty much won't be the last time that this has happened. And again, pattern recognition is important when dealing with anything, politics, relationships, just basically child rearing, whatever topic you can think of. Pattern recognition is entirely important. So going going forward. So we talk about that, get a little talk about seasonal depression, the winter blues, whatever we're calling it. A lot of people are suffering from that early. We just officially getting into the winter, and we got another 2 months at least to go and change because we just started the 23rd, I believe winter started. So we got until March 20th ish for before spring gets here, regardless of what the groundhogs say. And if it's the weather, the how it dries your skin out, how it just makes you sad to be cold and miserable. It could be cabin fever from sitting in the house too much now, not really doing a whole lot of outside activities. That drop in vitamin D possibly could be causing, mental side effects and repercussions and whatnot. We talking about that. We'll discuss. Uh, Black farmers just got 100. Let me make sure I get the numbers correct. They just settled a class action lawsuit, $1.25 billion discrimination lawsuit, which of course sends me into how farmers are right now in the current economy actually living their best lives. Um, be, and we'll get into why a little later on. Or of course, Mom Donnie got sworn in. He used the original Wall Street subway station, the one that's been discontinued, as his swearing in location, which I thought was kind of cool. He wanted to go back to the beginning of what makes New York and how New York came to be, and he believes in high hopes and expectations for New York going forward. We're going to discuss the executive orders, the double whammy of executive orders, because he actually signed an executive order to undo previous executive orders. Hopefully, politicians take note that that's a thing that can be done. I'm loving it because they act like executive orders are the end all to be all most times. And, it's just a shortcut way that they can get laws passed without having to go through Congress. Oh, I mean, having to go through, in this case, it would be the city council. But in the president's case, same thing with the president passing multiple executive orders with no say-sos from anybody. It's so that he doesn't necessarily have to go through Congress to get what he wants to do done. But that does not at the same time mean that they are legitimate laws, that they are functioning, that they're even legal or constitutional in the way that we're finding out now. A lot of his executive orders were not constitutional and therefore could not be upheld. There's a lot of in this administration, I'm gonna try, see how it works out, you know, just throw shit at the wall and see if it's gonna stick type stuff going on with this administration. It has been since, damn it, the last time he was in. Not really much difference. I don't know. I think he takes the history making and the I think he's believing the hype, but he's definitely the kind of a person who would believe the hype. So I'm not really too particularly surprised by that. Yeah. So we'll be talking about Pete Hegseth, his crony, has been doing the most, if you ask me. He basically wants to reduce the retirement pay. He's setting a very unfortunate precedent right now, but he wants to reduce the retirement pay of one of the people who came out and said that that the people in the armed forces were legitimately allowed to not follow unlawful orders. So the idea is that um, he obviously he didn't like it. He called it seditious, which means to basically go against the country. To go, it's akin to treason. Treason, excuse me. But I don't think this is the way to go about it, and I think it's going to blow up in his face. I mean, he wanted to court-martial the guy, but I guess him not having served in the military might, or not having gotten past certain levels in the military, I should say, because he did actually serve. But he didn't get like any serious level of rank while he was in there, any real kind of command or leadership roles while he was in there. So he wouldn't know the leadership stuff. You understand what I mean? So he wouldn't really know without a shadow of a doubt what he can and cannot do freshly going in, unfortunately, for everybody involved. So yeah, he tried to court-martial a guy, found out he can't court-martial a guy because the guy is retired. So he's no longer in active duty. So now what he wants to try to do is mess with his rank. So he's ranked as a captain, okay? And I'm not sure exactly how the hierarchy goes, and I'm not going into that today. Maybe we can get into it another day. Maybe somebody who knows can comment or call in or whatever and enlighten us. That would be great. But the way I understand it is he wanted to lower the man's rank and therefore lower the amount that his retirement pay would be. I just don't think that's a good idea because number one, the man was exercising his constitutionally guaranteed right to say what he wanted to say, right? And he is retired, therefore not in position to be manipulated in any kind of a way. But of course, they're going to try because they're assholes and they're proving themselves every single day to be more evil empire than anything else. So we got, hey, good evening to you, Abby Justice. Good to see you in the chat. Love you. Missed you last week. Well, missed everybody last week. Last week I wanted to let everybody enjoy their holidays. I hope everybody definitely did. Yeah, I didn't want no problems. Who else I see up there? I see Ab Justice. I see. Okay. Oh, love you, Bookie. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna take our first video break, and then we'll be back to continue talking about some of this wonderful juiciness that I got going on here. See you in a minute.
I like them guys. They sturdy. They some act right boys. They paid their dues.
New York, this how it's going down. AKA Bang Out. Yeah, ARB. This for the movie stars and heavy heater street controllers. Forfeit the nothing, let them hammers ring. Bang, bang, really don't be playing games. 4, 5, 6 up on my dice, I like to take the bank. Tripping ain't a part of my game, get out my lane. I was born to lead, y'all niggas lost the game. You wonder why she wanna roll around and chill with Bang. Pimpin' ain't easy, nigga about is cheesy. Don't try to G me, nigga, y'all watching TV. Please, homie, yeah, you can't see me. What you know about shit, Meeks and Rockin' Zilly. Old fish scale cats calling me Big Wooly. Yeah, I paid my dues. Now don't you break the rules. Yeah, I pay my dues. I brush my shoulders off. I pay my dues. Now homie, pass the crown. Yeah, this is boom bap, real rap. Now hold that. This not trap. Y'all niggas got to know that. Been better, I'm about cheddar. Y'all know that. Long money, how y'all wrapped up like mummies. Diva misses running around here looking like bunnies. Pass the champagne around, she feel my drip now. Biggie Small said fuck all them hoes, so that's what I do. I'll dick them down real slow. Pass the crown, peep the dawn. Sitting calm, with the rollie on the arm. Neck full of charms. Say I'm lucky cause I got 1 gun, 2 gun, 3 gun, 4. And any clown wanted we could bring it to his door. Nothing but the wall. I stand sturdy, and I shoot it like I'm James Worthy. Check the menu, you done made the hit list. I paid my dues, don't break these rules. We're going crazy. I paid my dues, don't break the rules. I paid my dues, brush my shoulders off. I paid my dues, homie pass the crown. I paid my dues, yeah.
Loving this life that is all around me. Weight on my shoulders and it's trying to drown me. Anchor on my ankle, yeah, who's holding weight? Homicide Central, East New York, first 48. Groovy with the doogie, hustle hard, moving state to state. Crabs in the barrel trying to grab me, it's straight to play. Back against the wall, still in all, yeah, I keep the faith. The Don Corleone told her, hush, baby, eat the cake. Feed the snake, applying pressure till they levee break. Freedom and hate, grease on Jake, food on the plate. Gather around, I paid my dues so we all can feast. 2 things money can't buy, it's time to end the peace. My stomach full, I'm still hungry, homie, play it safe. July 26, a king was born, nigga saved the day. Never enough money, no witness, no hush money. Pull up and pop out like, nigga, don't run from me.
Ooh, I paid my dues, don't break these rules. I paid my dues, yeah. Now homie, pass the crown. I paid my dues, I paid my dues, yeah, yeah. Now pass the crown, brush my shoulders off. I paid my dues, long live the king.
Sometimes life can keep you grounded, keep you asking why. Feelings of giving up have crossed your mind. I soak it all up, God knows how I've tried. Sometimes life can keep you grounded, keep you asking why. Feelings of giving up have crossed your mind.
Soak it in, I got checked in. How many times I think a million? These niggas lighting up serious. Raining on summer, pops Aquarius. They told me stop, the shit's hilarious. No time to laugh, I get the bag in any area. They coming various. No lie, maybe cause I'm so fly. I belong on planetarium. High, soaking the vibe on my movie shit. I no longer try, I'm only doing it. Shine like the sun, pray for a solar eclipse. But I bet that won't even ruin it.
Can keep you grounded, keep you asking why. Feelings of giving up have crossed your mind. I soak it all up, God knows how I've tried. Sometimes life can keep you grounded, keep you asking why. Feelings of giving up have crossed your mind. I soak it all up, God knows how I've tried.
Smoking the vibes while most soaking in tears. Like these dark clouds following everywhere. Traumatized over things that I don't share. Times that I tried and you didn't even care. Now I swear you left me in the storm. You was inside cozy and warm. What got in me? Never winning. Thought that ended the story go on. Soaking that pain. I don't cry, just walking in rain. I'm outside of the climate change. When the sun come out, soak it the same. But that's what I'm saying.
Keep reaching, sky's no limit. I know that you've been through it. Soon there will be a brighter day. Everyone's rooting for you. Tell me what you got to lose. Where there's a will, there is a way. I feel it in my soul, a feeling that I can't let go. It's your life, you got control. Don't you ever let it go. No matter wherever you are, keep reaching for the stars. Keep your dreams close to your heart.
So, the urge to try to help people is sometimes very strong, especially with me, right? I don't like to see people suffering and going through stress and drama and trials and tribulations. And I find myself getting into conflicts because sometimes the people just want to vent. They don't really want solutions to their problems. They are quite comfortable in the position that they're in, complaining, because they get attention, they get sympathy, they get whatever it is that they're craving for. But they're not getting a solution to the problem, because then there would be no problem for them to mope over anymore. I'm annoyed. Because again, when you come to me with a problem, I'm going to try to figure out how I can fix it, how I can make it better, how I can do something about it, right? But a lot of times I'm seeing that is not what the people's them want. So sometimes I have to learn to just sit down and mind my business. It just be the ear. Sometimes they just want an ear to vent to, which is frustrating for me, because I feel your pain. I feel the emotions. I feel the insult. Even if you don't feel the insult, I'm insulted for you, okay? And then no change happens because, again, you don't want to change. You just want somebody to feel your pain, which is cool to have somebody empathize with your situation. But you blowing minds all day. You're blowing minds. And you know who you are. Anyway. You got to be careful of interrupting what ultimately is people's karma, okay? Because some people do things you don't know about. You're not there. You're not in their face, in their business, in their life. So you don't know what the hell they've been doing themselves. But you get to see and experience the repercussions, the consequences, the comeuppances from such actions, right? And you like, oh my God, this is horrible that this happened to you. Not knowing that's exactly what is supposed to be happening to them at this time, because that is what they deserve. And you cannot get in the way of people's lessons that God got for them. I had to learn that. Okay. So I just wanted to say that life as it stands is a learning process for everybody involved. Nobody gets out alive. Yada yada yada. So now again, I want to go back to the Maduro situation, because again, I've been noticing the patterns. The patterns. This government is notorious for putting out their own propaganda, their own spin on the story, their own what they want us to believe, because they believe we don't know no better. Okay, They know the intelligence level of the average American is very low. They know the IQs are low, low, low. They know the attention spans are short, short, short. They know these things because these things have been intentionally initiated, intentionally caused, intentionally done consistently for a couple of generations now. So they know we are not uh we're not as bright as we could be. I'll just put it like that. And they know we have a short memory. They know that we're not aware of stuff that goes on in other countries, et cetera, right? So you don't get to see the patterns because you're not paying attention to that. They got you too much concerned about bills and life just successfully trying to live another damn day is complicated enough. It's hard enough, right? So you don't really get to think about over there what's going on or over there what's going on. You're pretty much tunnel vision focused on your own situation, and that's how they like it. Okay? Because if you wasn't, then you would really see a pattern, a definite pattern in how they treat other countries' leaders that don't toe the line, that don't go with the status quo, that don't basically just don't do what they want them to do. Going all the way back to Charles Taylor in Liberia, his situation mirrors Maduro's in that the argument was that they were secretly supporting him. And they told him, they supported him through the coup. Then when he gets in there, they tell him, "Oh, it was a coup. You weren't democratically elected, so we can't really back you legitimately. Like they'll back you in secret. They'll give you weapons. They'll train your people. They'll do all of that, but publicly they'll disavow all knowledge, right?" So they told him, okay, well, if you do a election and you get elected legitimately, then we'll back you. So he goes out, he gets elected legitimately, and they backed his opposition. They backed the opposition party. They basically coup again him this time and put the people that they want that will listen to them in office. And they do this over and over and over again. They did it with Saddam Hussein. They did and said that they had weapons of mass destruction. There was never any weapons found, not a goddamn bullet, not a piece of uranium, nothing was ever found. Okay, but it was ignored because 20 years later, we just pulled out a couple years ago. Okay, and we spent 20 years in these people's country, raping, pillaging, and plundering. Okay, for weapons that, first of all, that ain't even a country that they originally said was the problem. And then secondly, that ain't even a country that they even said was the problem. But we accepted it. We said, yeah, because they attacked us. They never attacked us. They had nothing to do with, not every one of them was from there that was on that plane, allegedly, because we all know it's still up for debate. All of that is still, the jury's still out on that. Okay. They did it again with Muammar Gaddafi, okay, over there in Libya. Muammar was doing wonderful things in Libya. Hola to you, Tara vocals by Jamel Jones. How are you? Love to see your beautiful face in my feed. In my feeds. Oh, you've been doing the damn thing on my feed and Facebook. Always love to see it. So yeah, Muammar Gaddafi, they got his ass, saying again that he was terrorizing his own country. He was an evil dictator, totalitarian, crazy man, blah, blah, blah. They killed him and his damn kids, okay? They got rid of everybody involved in that situation. And now they moved down to Venezuela. Now, I knew they was going to have problems with Venezuela when I think it was Chavez, from the president that they had in there the last time, was riding around on the oil tanker while we was over here. They was complaining about the billions of dollars in per barrel of oil. Okay, billion is an exaggeration, I know. But they were complaining about the high cost per barrel of oil. The gas was $6 or some crazy shit like that. And they did commercials riding on the tanker, riding back and forth down there in the Gulf of Mexico, talking about, come to Venezuela, we got oil for you. Oh, Lord. I was like, they're going to kill that man. Sure enough, he didn't make it. And now we got Maduro, who was illegal. We got to, because people like, oh, he wasn't illegally elected. He was illegally, righteously elected president of his country. Okay, but because he spoke out against Trump and Israel, okay, that is why he became public enemy number one. And not public, because we have no problem with this man. They cannot prove that he's narco anything, let alone a terrorist. Okay. You have to prove it beyond a shadow. And Trump is fucking up the damn federal government's numbers. Okay? He is ruining their numbers. Okay. They are having a horrible, horrible, horrible time with the numbers lately. All right, you got Mangini, whatever his name is, Luigi, he's getting off. They fucked that case all the way up. Okay. They had who else? Federal government. Just now, Diddy case, absolute fiasco. Absolute damn fiasco. These people usually, prior to the fuck ups that they've been having lately, have had a 95% conviction rate. Okay. But I feel like it's not about the conviction rate at this point. It's just about them, what's the word? Oppressing people. That's what they're doing. Legal oppression, okay? Persecution, some would call it, okay? But it's ruining their numbers, okay? They can't say they're at 95% and they messed up at least the last 4 high-profile cases that they had, at least. It's just looking real bad for them all over. But the idea that they're trying to say, they brought this man here, they snatched him out of his house, they got him before he got into the safe room. They all got a goddamn safe room in their house. They got him right before he closed the door in the safe room. They scooped his ass up, killed most of his security personnel, most of which was from Cuba, okay? A whole nother country that they've been trying to do the same thing. They just could not get Fidel Castro the way they wanted to. If you understand the amount of attempts on that man's life before he passed from natural causes, of course, but they attempted at least 100 different assassination attempts on Fidel Castro for regime change purposes. The same thing that they're touting right now with Maduro, regime change. The problem for me comes in where Trump's number one complaint going in was that they were fighting regime change, that they was manipulating the election results to manipulate the possibility of regime change, him being the new regime at the time. For him to then turn around and say that they want a regime change in somebody else's country where they have absolutely no jurisdiction. So the only thing they're doing is setting it up for non-extradition, non-deportation, just non-friendly status with these countries that they're molesting currently. And adding Venezuela to the list. They already collapsed their government, collapsed their economy. They're trying to get back on their feet, and it's like, nah, we don't want that. We want that oil. That's what they want, and everybody knows it. It's not like they can hide it anymore. Everybody knows it. That's what this is about. That's what it's for. That's what they want. That's what the intentions are, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it is what it is. Now, okay. So tips for winter seasonal depression. Get outside. That's the first one. Get yourself outside. Get you some vitamin D, vitamins in your life to take the place of the sunshine that you're not getting. Try to get as much sunshine as you can, even if it means just sitting in front of your window inside the house, but letting the sun hit you. Do a little sunbathing in this. It's nothing wrong with sunbathing in the wintertime. Get a little sunbathing in your life. Try to schedule outings to where you're going to do something to occupy yourself, something that you like doing. Do something that you never did before. Create some memories, But don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. Call if you need help. talk to somebody, reach out to a friend, um, maybe ask have a little get together, have people come over. There are plenty of things that you can do for sure. But diet, vitamins, getting your proper sleep, all of those things help with defeating the winter doldrums, or also known as seasonal depression. We all suffer from it from one time or another, or different forms of depression, not necessarily clinical depression or severe chronic depression, but everybody has bouts of sadness, where you're not just quite feeling, you're not really feeling great like that, you know? And it occurs in people who have not been diagnosed with any kind of mental illness the most in the wintertime, which is why we're bringing this up. Just the weather itself, the gloominess of it all, the ice, salt, the everything, everything. So I definitely understand. Um, but yeah, you have to be proactive pretty much with anything that comes to do with you. You are your first line of defense and your last line of defense. Okay, so even when the first line fails, you kick it back in there again for the second. The secret is out. D3, absolutely. You need the D3. You need to get you some B vitamins, get a B complex, which would have all of the different Bs, the 6, the 9, the 12, the 3, all of the different Bs which activate in different parts of your body, memory, energy. Vitamin D, again, is to supplement the sunshine that you're not getting because you're not going to be outside in that cold. What else? Like I said, just, being around like-minded, maybe not like-minded, because if you're sad, you don't want to be around another sad person. So misery does not like company. Convince yourself that misery does not like company, because I don't like miserable company. So I don't know. I don't like miserable company though. So if you're gonna be miserable, just stay the hell away from me, because I stay away from people when I'm feeling miserable whenever I can, unless of course I got to come into work. Then everybody's gonna suffer. I don't want to be here. Let me go home. Thank you. Doesn't always work that way, right? So yeah, we got the government is imploding. We got winter seasonal depression. We got Pat. Shit. Pat became Clarissa's manager, which I wouldn't have let him do that. Yeah, but that's just my personal opinion. Like, who do you? You ain't got no money. Exactly why I wouldn't let him do that. I ain't got no money for him to be taking and using and doing what he need to do with it. We ain't married. See, if we was married, then he could be my, we have to get some prenuptials going on, sign some paperwork. But you can be my manager. You taking 30% of everything she earns. That's what managers do. So I guess the rap career ain't working. Fuck it. I don't know what to tell you. Meanwhile, she all starry-eyed. Oh, I love him. I love him. And where he goes, I'll follow. I'll follow. I'll follow. That's how she look when you look at her. It's a beautiful thing until you look on the other side and you see the predatorialness. Look over here. Like, bitch, you go ahead on. Long as it's great when it's good. It's good when it's great, right? But we've seen, again, the pattern recognition. We've seen Mary J. Blige and Ken Do. We've seen Imani Shumpert and Tiana Taylor. We've seen Common and every fucking body. Okay, we've seen what Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter. We've seen what the result is. Highly successful females get, date down. The only good thing that I felt out of the Papoose and Clarissa situation is that maybe Papoose would get his 2-piece back for what he was doing to Remy Ma. Because I want to see him try to beat up on Clarissa. I just don't feel like it's going to work out like he thinks it is. Not saying because of course she tried to fight a man, she got beat up, we know. I don't recommend no women try to fight a man. But I do believe that she'll give him a little run for his money. Literally and figuratively, of course. I just think so. So anytime I get a sniff, an iota, a thought a fathom of some abuse from a man to a woman, I immediately start planning their demise. So it's nothing. It's just how I feel, you know. Demise, not downfall. Demise. That's what I. Because it makes no sense. I personally went through a domestic violence situation in my life before, and I couldn't understand why a 300+ man wanted to fight my little $120 ass at the time. I couldn't understand it. I still can't understand it. But that's why I kicked him in the face. So anyway, I just had to get that. Okay. Too much, right? I know. It's just one of those days. It's definitely one of those days. Okay, we're gonna take another video break. I don't went too far. I don't went too damn far. I'm gonna take another video break and we'll be right back. I need a minute, child.
From the south side.
Frank White, the desperado, the all-black El Dorado. The thoughts of a gangster. Frank White, the desperado, the all-black El Dorado. The thoughts of a gangster. Frank White, the desperado, the all-black El Dorado. The thoughts of a gangster. Frank White, the desperado, the all-black El Dorado. The thoughts. My story is one of courage, facing fear, introducing ideas, concepts a lot of cats don't want to hear. I say this verse for the faithful few, and so you understand me clear. I never made a bragging record in my life, but I feel compelled to share the fact that I feel I rap better than y'all. That's neither here nor there. Just know that I'm telling the truth every time that I'm in the booth, providing a burden of proof. Every time I testify, how gangster is that? Tap, tap like Gregory Hines on the track. Double tap, blowing your mind like a cat with a strap. All over the place like cumulus clouds out of nowhere. Focused on you between your eyes as you stare at a creation of God, but you don't care, really. I look at the scenario in reverse, like I'm parking a whip, but don't trip that I have a different opinion that won't fit or match your definition. Fear is not my position, like I said at the top, but he's besties with sucker MCs who want to believe the opposite. But how gangster is staying true, how gangster is believing in you, how gangster is catching the flu. Lyrically sick for so many years, you forget certain eras where pretenders became kings, puppets who had strings and think that they're Death Stars. But what's a Death Star to an X-Wing? Death Star meaning the soul of an artist suppressed for the sake of success. X-Wing torpedo is a lyrical dart. X-Wing is the underground and the torpedo's the art. Frank White, the desperado, the all-black El Dorado. The thoughts of a gangster. Frank White, the desperado, the all-black El Dorado. The thoughts of a gangster. Frank White, the desperado, the all-black El Dorado. The thoughts of a gangster. Frank White, the desperado, the all-black El Dorado. The thoughts. My motives have been clear from the start. Would often lose my way whenever things got dark. I became comfortable in the shadow. A closed fist receives no blessing. A closed fist can either punch or paddle. But this boat remains deep in Manure Creek. I chose to speak. Prayer was deep. I levitated out of the boat. Moved to south side to challenge some of the goats, so I could be one of the goats, if not the goat. But it so happened to be authenticity is not a prerequisite for a meal. Being real will not guarantee you a deal. So how gangster is sticking with it? How gangster is staying committed? How gangster is knowing your team since 14 and never omitted ugly parts of the story in any verse I ever submitted? How gangster is family first? And how much is your loyalty worth? I'm speaking on the culture here, barking on the vultures here, while staying 10 toes to the earth. So in the spirit of Frank White, I'ma play the back, weapon in hand, way in the back of this New York taxi, right in the back seat, M-O-E-T, peace.
I want my brother back in this bitch with me. Trappin' hard for it. Yeah. Trappin' hard. 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 Yeah. Trap. summer. I just canceled summer. I got shit to do. Priority. Come first before you play. Please don't be a fool. Hot-headed niggas on alert. Please don't lose your cool. God gave you brains for a reason. Exercise your tool. Anyway, my plans for the day. Run up Apple Pay. Get a couple bags and get them all. Then get out the way. Even chef it up around this bitch. You come get a plate. You can hit my line 1,000 times. I'm gon' get you straight. My daughter's about to graduate from school. Gotta get this chips. I'm the only man she banking on, so I stay on this. Real in the field, niggas fighting this inflation. The two on which I got pilots, I'm pushing in rotation. I hustle hard every day. I gotta earn every week. Money circulating, gotta make this cash while I'm asleep. ZZ's team gotta eat. I'm just preparing the table. No more being broke. I gotta be financially stable. I'm trapping hard for the summer. I'm trapping hard for the summer. I'm trapping hard for the summer. Hard for the summer. Trapping hard for the summer. Yeah. Woo.
365, I need motion, promotion. The plug told me double up. Ooh. Bitch, I'm the coach, I'm the quarterback. Play your position, now huddle up. Ooh. I used to hustle for fun on the side till my trapping went out of there. Now all my hoes, they be bitches. She really just pissed, I don't fuck with her 24 hours a day, every minute. I get it tonight in the morning, I flip it. I told these niggas I'm quitting to get a reaction. Like really the nerve of this nigga. Trapped in the spring through the summer, the winter. Just me get my digit, me get my digit. Been having zips in the city, your mama shop with me, your daddy be spending.
I hustle hard every day, I gotta earn every week. Money circulating, gotta make this cash while I sleep. Cause the team gotta eat, I'm just preparing the table. No more being broke, I gotta be financially stable. I'm trapping hard for the summer. Oh, yo, mama.
Shout out to Moet. Shout out to Moet for giving me that awesome opportunity to be in their music video. I enjoyed the process. It was fun, et cetera. So, yeah, we got a couple more minutes left in the hour. Once again, I want to shout everybody out who definitely tuned in, whether you're tuning in live now or you check in later on one of the streaming platforms. I want to say thank you. I want to shout out to everybody tuning in on IG, 360 Live, Amazon Televisions, all of the different streaming platforms that you can find, IAXISRADIO.com. And this is, once again, the Lola Shae Show right here on IAXIS Radio, where there's no limit to what we can do. Now, I want to give another special shout out to my supporters. First, I want to shout out the Dr. Dre Victory Foundation, my transportation sponsor, mentor, friend, and just generally awesome individual all around. Doing great work out there in diabetes prevention, awareness, treatment, just getting the word out, the different treatment methods that are available, the options, the healthcare, the diet, just all of the stuff that's necessary. Just teaching people how they can make small changes to their diet that make big changes with their health. Because you definitely are what you eat. I want to say thank you to them. I want to shout out East New York Oasis Community Garden. We are closed for the winter, but we're doing some work in there consistently. I want to step up the aesthetics a little bit, get a little bit more color in there. We'll definitely be doing our events again next year. Love to get the community out and involved. Love to see the happy kids running around inside the garden. It's awesome. We definitely will be, of course, growing, trying to teach people about sustainable farming practices, farm to table methods. A lot of kids believe their food comes from the supermarket. I would definitely like to change that. And as well, I want to shout out Amala Junction Nigerian restaurant located 1039 Dumont Avenue. Mama Wella is awesome in there. The food is epic. It's consistently, and I've been going there for a couple of years now. Consistently, very, very good. So, feel very good about telling you guys about it and explore different tastes, expand your palate a little bit, taste some different foods. Food tastes like potatoes, pretty much. But I'm trying to get some of that palm wine. But they tell me that the palm wine, since they tap it out the tree, it's like fresh, right? And then so in order for them to ship it over here, they have to pasteurize it, which makes it taste completely different. So I don't know how I'm gonna get this palm wine. Somebody gonna have to smuggle some over or something because I want some. I want some. I want some. But yeah, I've been trying the different. Well, I'm pretty much stuck on two things right now. I'm stuck on egusi stew and efferrero. That's what I'm stuck on, and pounded yam, which is the fufu. I don't like the cassava yam, which is that dark brown. There's like a brown one, and then you got a dark brown one. I don't like either one of those. I just like the white one. Say what you want, I don't care. That's the one I like. Tastes good. And I love their spices and seasonings and whatnot. So I'm in there pretty regularly. I've been trying to pace it myself because the spices don't necessarily get along with my tummy. Okay. I'll be torturing myself sometimes. But glutton for punishment. I go back and eat some more because it's really good. It's good going down. It's good to your mouth. Makes your mouth happy. You like spicy food? I definitely recommend it. I'm personally, the doctor said I'm supposed to be laying off the spice. I'm trying to do that. Varying degrees of success, okay? I ain't saying it's working. Say, I'm stuck on grape leaves right now. Oh my God. Oh, listen, I got me some pickles, right? Some organic pickles that had grape leaves in it. I was like, what? And then man, Tara, you don't even know how good food is sometimes, right? Like, who'd have known that this stuff, something simple like that, tastes good? Who would have known that? Who would have guessed that? Not me, for sure. Not me. I would have never guessed that the leaves from the grape, not the grapes, but the leaves from the grapes actually taste wonderful like that. But yes, fruits and vegetables and plant and happiness, all of that is very good for you. Okay, it contributes to. Let's see. Oh, that sounds so good. It does. It does. It does. It does. It's like I gotta remember the name. I'm gonna let you know what the name of it is when I get back. I gotta look at the container. I can't quite off the top of my head see the container in my head to tell you what the name of it is, but I know it when I see it in the supermarket. It's usually in the refrigerated section. It's got a green top and like a green and white container. Man, these pickles, I love pickles first. And I like pickle juice. That pickle juice is good for your stomach. So if you have stomach problems, pickle juice and vinegar and stuff like that helps with ulcers. It helps with acid reflux. It helps with all kinds of stomach issues because it re-regulates your acid production in your stomach. So it definitely helps with those kinds of things. And so I was watching. Side note, just to digress a little bit, I was watching or reading, I should say, an article about hyperatus sativa, suppurativa, hydrogenous, some shit where you get the lumps, the boils under your arm, and in weird places you get boils. Um, mm, Castor oil. Castor oil. For anybody out there suffering with that unbearable, disgusting situation, castor oil. Okay? You'll thank me later. Raw castor oil. Rub it on there consistently, daily, multiple times a day. It'll go away. The pain will subside. The itching will subside. And the swelling will go down, and it works on all kinds of lumps, bumps, and bruises on your skin. Who'd have known castor oil works on skin conditions as well as stomach digestion and digestion situations? Because I'm like I say, well, yeah, that's still digestion. So yeah, um, no, I'm not a doctor, but it definitely still doesn't stop the fact that it works. So try and let me know how it works for you. Okay. Because I know that there are people out there, because I know people who suffer from it. So castor oil. Thank you. And you're welcome. What else? I just want to make sure I got all my stuff in before I let you guys go today. Pretty much that's all for this week. Just a little recap of not really a recap of last year, because we trying to leave that damn thing alone where it's at. We are done with 2025. That was enough. That All I can stand from 2025 and I can't stand no more. Okay, so leave 25 in the past where it's at. We ain't even discussing it no more. We moving forward into 26. 26 going forward is soft girl era. Okay, for all my ladies out there, we are in soft girl era. Get somebody else to do it. Okay, we still not protesting. We still boycotting Target's ass. We still ain't messing with palm-colored folks in their crap. Okay, no matter how much they try to guilt us into it, try to shame us into it, try to talk us into it, try to worry our souls into it, we're not playing anymore. We're done. Okay? Call us when y'all really ready to do something. Like Michelle Obama said, they're not ready for no female president. So don't even call me, don't even talk to me, don't even look in my damn direction. You're playing too many games. And that's how it is going forward. The male epidemic, male quote unquote loneliness / incel epidemic is only going to get worse going forward because they refuse to adapt and evolve. And any animal on earth that refuses to adapt and evolve gets left behind. They go extinct. That's what happens. Their genes are not allowed into the pool any longer. And that's what you see happening. The same thing happens with animals. Even bed bugs remove themselves from the male bed bugs to get the fuck away from them, okay? Even the bed bugs know to get the fuck away from annoying males. But, in bed bugs situation, child, they don't even have an opening and the men is just stabbing them in their abdomens. It's insane. You would want to get away. But it's kind of, you know how it could be like a little the same. Anyway. So yes, no. We're not this year. Not this year. Not this year. Maybe not next year either. But definitely not this year. So with that, I think we got time for my last goodbye video. We're doing that. Next week, we're gonna have the illustrious Sugar Bang, the voice of Wu-Tang. All of the time you hear the singing, any kind of singing to do with Wu-Tang, kind of like how Nate Dogg was the voice of Death Row, or Sugar Bang was the voice of Wu-Tang. Gonna have him in next week talking about some of his accolades from the past, some of the bangers that he was involved in, and definitely his plans for the future. So looking forward to seeing him perform on the 17th. And definitely looking forward to having him in here next week. So shout out to him. Shout out to the People's Dem. Looking forward to that. I'm trying to make sure that there's nothing else. Of course, on the way home, I'm going to think like, damn it, I was supposed to say. But again, I want to thank everybody who tuned in. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Coming up later on in the month, we got Molly Federal. We have... we got somebody else I can't think of. Well, we're going back to doing some interviews. I'm getting a little lonely in here talking to myself nowadays. So I'm going to switch up from time to time. Definitely want to discuss if you know somebody that you like to see interviewed or hear their story or get their projects put out there, let everybody know what they got going on. Please let them know about me. I would love to talk to them. Once again, you can always call in. I know it's too late for that now, but in the future, you can always call in. We do live interviews. I do on-site interviews. We're about to get back outside a little bit more going forward. And, got a lot of great stuff planned for you guys. So with that, I'm going to say good night because it's too hard for me to say that other word. I'll let the lady sing it in a song for y'all. And I'll see y'all next week. Love you. Bye.
It's sad to think we're not gonna make it. And it's gotten to the point where we just can't think it. For some ungodly reason, just won't let it die. No, I guess neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye.
I keep wondering what I'm gonna do without you. And I guess you must be wondering the same thing too. So we go on together, living a lie. 'Cause neither one of us wanna be the first to say goodbye.
Every time I find the nerve, every time I find the nerve to say I'm leaving.
Oh, the memories, those old memories, they get in my way.
Lord knows it's only me. Oh, He knows it's only me that I'm deceiving. When it comes to saying goodbye, that's a simple word that I just cannot say.
There's no possible way this can have a happy ending. I don't see it, baby. No, no, no. So we just go on, go on hurting and pretending.
And convincing ourselves to give it just one more try.
Because neither one of us wants to be the first to say.
Neither one of us wants to be the first to say. Oh, neither one of us wants to be the first to say
farewell, my love,
Thanks for watching. Tune in next week for the Lola Shae Show.